Series Remax Big 3 games of the week, and we lead it off with Blue Springs hosting Lee Summit North in a Suburban Gold showdown, with the Broncos coming in at 2-0 and Blue Springs at 1-1 after a loss to Rockhurst. The Broncos here against Liberty North can score from anywhere. This is a fast, athletic team that is making some noise early in the season. Their offense is outstanding. Their defense is outstanding. They're a big play squad. They are going to be a tough matchup for Blue Springs. The Wildcats coming off a tough 17-0 loss last week at Rockhurst, where they struggled to move the ball at all. Avion Bailey was held in check, and the Wildcats really didn't do much all game as Rockhurst got the win. Our next Remax Big 3 game is Kearney hosting Platte County in a Suburban Blue showdown. Platte County is as impressive as anybody to start the season. They lost many players off a team that went to the semifinals, but that hasn't stopped them at all. Here against Park Hill South, they run it in, they throw it, they do everything really well. Platte County has looked as good as anybody to start the season. Kearney is coming off 2 tough games to start the year. They blew out Harrisonville and then played a tough defensive game with Staley, losing 28-7. Their offense will need to get back on track against a Platte County team that can really score. Kearney has had Platte County's number over the last few years, so this could be a chance for Platte County to get some revenge. Look for the Bulldogs to always be tough. Our final Missouri Remax Big 3 game is Center hosting Oak Grove in a matchup of Class 3 powers. Center has lost some players off of last year's team that went to the quarterfinals against Maryville, but they should be tough. Oak Grove is licking its wounds after 2 straight big losses, and this is a chance for them to get back into the win column. Our first Remax Big 3 game on the Kansas side is Mill Valley hosting St. James Academy. Mill Valley played some of its best football late in the year last year, but they've struggled at the beginning of the season the last 2 years. Jaguars are always one of the top teams in 5A, and St. James is coming off a big win over Blue Valley Northwest to open their season. The Thunder bring the excitement when they play, and this week should be no different. This is a game for both teams coming off EKL wins to open the season to try and keep the momentum going, with EKL favorites St. Thomas Aquinas and Bishop Miege off to big wins. This should be a great atmosphere this week when these two teams match up. Our next Remax Big 3 game on the Kansas side is Gardner Edgerton hosting Olathe West. Gardner's coming off an impressive win last week over Shawnee Mission East. They hadn't won a regular season game in a while, and they finally get on the winning end. Trailblazers under new coach Ryan Cornelson, who comes over from Hutchinson, and in one game they've already made more wins than they had all of last year. They faced Olathe West, who opened their run as a varsity team last week against Free State. The Owls were a little outmatched with the powerhouse Free State, so they'll be looking to bounce back this week and try and get their first win. Final Remax Big 3 game is a showdown in Blue Valley between Blue Valley and Blue Valley North. Both teams suffered losses last week as Blue Valley North went down to Bishop Miege. You see Graham Mertz there, their outstanding quarterback. Blue Valley went down to St. Thomas Aquinas. In the EKL, this almost feels like an elimination game. 2 losses might put you out of the conference race. Blue Valley North had some good things happen early in this game. And they will need to get off to a hot start against Blue Valley. Mertz can run and throw as an inspirational leader for his team. Blue Valley will be without its outstanding running back, A.J. Tata. He got hurt early in the practice this year, so they will need to bounce back from a tough loss to St. Thomas Aquinas in Week 1. Should be a great atmosphere at the BB DAC with these two Blue Valley rivals going head-to-head.